Hey, it's Pat and Tom, and we're with Cameron Begbie, our latest bet on
Hey, Cameron.
Bet on a Vet feature. And you own Lava Dog Gun Vault up in Plymouth,
Yes,
and
sir.
want to talk a little bit about that. Also, want to talk about some of the charitable stuff that you do, which is considerable. But let's start first with your background. You were a Navy corpsman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
So I was a Navy corpsman assigned to a Marine Corps infantry unit. First Battalion, 3rd Marines, and that's actually how we got the name Lava Dog. Marines are called Devil Dogs, and so they called our unit based out of Conway Bay Lava Dogs.
Okay.
And we have a pretty rich history, our unit does, and so we wanted to carry that on here with the shop and honor the Marines we lost and the corpsmen we lost with what we're doing here. So as a corpsman, my job is to fight alongside the Marines. Where they go, we go. When they get injured, whether it's in combat or in garrison, in training, then we go into action. We treat whatever injuries that they're experiencing.
Cameron, did you get into this right out of high school?
The military? Yes, sir. Yeah. So just shortly after, there was some things that held me up, and I spent about 6 years before I got injured in November 13th of 2004, and they retired me out in 2005.
Okay. All right. I asked because my stepson is graduating this year from Oak Ridge.
Oh, right on.
He's going right into the Marine Corps.
Oh, attaboy.
They had their annual military honors where they take all the seniors that are going into different branches of the military. And I didn't think I'd get emotional. I did. I mean, I was tearing up. It was really moving.
I believe I think it's awesome when these young guys and girls want to go into the service. I had a mom a couple of years ask me, well, why does my son have to do it? So, well, it can't always be somebody else's son. You know, you should be proud that you've raised somebody that's willing to serve, because it's a big commitment. And we had a recruitment fair here in Plymouth, because it's been a lot harder for recruiters to get on high school campuses to talk about what they offer. So we did one here, and we had CHP, we had local law enforcement, fire, everybody out here. And I think we only got like 6 age-appropriate people to get into the service. And it's just the mentality to serve something greater than yourself isn't there anymore. You know, it's a little discouraging. So thank you.
I understand you saying that, but I watched 14 high school seniors make that very weighty decision to say, you know what, I'm going to go serve my country.
That's
and
amazing.
I guess that's why it hit so hard.
Amazing.
So here you are, you know, you're a military vet, and you've got this great shop. It's the Lava Dogs Gun Vault.
And when did you start? When did you open it up?
So the shop itself opened up 2 years ago. Actually, May 1st was our 2nd year anniversary. The company's been around for 4 years. I left a career in law enforcement. I got in law enforcement to kind of prove that I could still run and gun, and started my career off at Stockton PD, and then ended with the Amador DA's office. And just my time, you know, it wasn't something I wanted to do, and it was time to move on. So leave it to my intelligence. I started Lava Dog just doing government sales, but I resigned from the DA's office a month before COVID happened. So it was a steep learning curve.
Timing.
Yeah. How did you survive that year then?
Adapt and overcome. You know, that's one thing the military teaches you, you know, adapt and overcome, and you're going to get thrown things every day, and you got to wake up ready to grind. Owning a small business isn't for the faint of heart. And, you know, we went from going, okay, we'll sell, you know, holsters and fire equipment to government agencies to, okay, now we're selling PPE and masks and hand sanitizer and things like that. And once that kind of went over, we got to focus a little bit more on what we like to do.
Well, Lava Dog's Gun Vault, you say the experience there is different than any other gun shop. How so?
We're customer focused. We want the customer to have an experience here. We want the avid shooter to come in and be able to teach us something, because we don't know everything. I'm not a hunter. My days of walking out in the middle of nowhere and sitting in the cold and waiting for something to walk by are long over. And
That's just like Cody's dating life. Sorry.
Anyway. I'm more tactically driven. So I get hunters in here, and they'll be like, well, do you have this? I don't, but tell me about it. Let me write it down. We'll find it for you. You know, and then we want the person that might be don't want to say anti-2A, but unsure about their, the Second Amendment, come in, let's talk, let's figure out why this is a good fit for you. Whether it's to protect your family at home, whether you just want to plink with your grandkids, or whether you want to entertain CCW, so you can have someone with you all the time. We tell people it's kind of like car insurance. You don't want to have to pay for it, but you better have it if you need it.
Right.
And you really pride yourself on customer service. That's something that you're very proud of.
Huge. I hire based on personality versus knowledge of the field we're in, because I could teach somebody the field. What I can't teach is your personality and how you interact with customers and your attention to meeting that customer's needs.
You also do a lot of outreach specifically in Amador County.
Yes, sir.
And go ahead and just talk a little bit about some of the things that you do, including Victory Village. Let's start.
Victory Village is a phenomenal program. It was founded by a Marine who realized that there wasn't much services for veterans in the rural county. And so they started Victory Village, and it's grown to we house homeless vets. Our vets that are on the verge of homelessness, their families. We help with job skills. We give them. We deal with their some of the hidden wounds that they don't, that you don't see, and help them get back on track. Substance abuse. It's really a phenomenal program. And I've had the opportunity now to work with our Veterans Court program under Judge Hermanson here, and we incorporated Victory Village, and now we operate a Veterans Court program through Victory Village.
And explain how that works. What is the purpose of that?
So Veterans Court was designed for vets who commit crimes that they could tie their crimes back to their service. For example, DUI or public intoxication, and they might be dealing with PTSD. And that's how they solve their issues. And if they get in trouble with the law, the court gives them an opportunity, a deferment program to seek help under the court supervision. And then once they've completed it to the court's satisfaction, then they have the ability to get that off their record.
And then talk about you were recently instrumental with the Amador Sheriff's Foundation. What does that entail, and what was your involvement in that?
So the Sheriff's Foundation, the Sheriff's Office here in Amador County has done tremendous things. They operate a toy drive every year, and other functions for like Santa for seniors. They work with that. They just didn't have an avenue to raise funds for it. So Sheriff Gary Redmond approached me and a few others in the community about starting this foundation. So we can raise money now for our chaplaincy program, which is just exploded with the Sheriff's Office. Search and rescue, all these much needed programs. We have the ability now to raise money for them, and we're in our infancy stages. It's only been around about a year, but we got our nonprofit status, which is awesome, and we're hitting the ground running. We have some great community leaders here that are working with me.
Cameron, you seem to be one of those guys that's giving. You see a need, you fill it. If you don't know how to fill it, you find a way to do that. Do you sleep?
I try to sleep between 10:30 and 4 in the morning. So
what compels you, though? I mean, you served in the military, you are a police officer, you've got these three different, it sounds like very viable programs up in Amador County that you're helping keep going. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I've always been raised to, if we have the ability, let's do it. And I haven't found much yet that I just don't have the ability. And if I don't have the ability, we'll find the ability. My wife I drive her absolutely insane. She, I'll be like, we've got 3 fundraising events in one night, and so she'll go cover one. I'll have another. I'll have my staff at another. And we enjoy it. We absolutely enjoy it, but I drive people around me nuts.
But I mean, without people like you, nothing gets done. So thank you for always stepping outside of yourself to see the bigger picture and make a difference.
Thanks, sir. We have a lot of fun doing it. So
yeah, the best life you can live is one where you're constantly giving back, looking for needs, and serving causes that are greater than you. And Cameron, that seems to be your life, and we're very proud to know you.
Thank you. Once a corpsman, always a corpsman.
That's it.
It's Lava Dog Gun Vault up
Yes,
in
sir.
Plymouth. And if people want to reach out, website, phone number, go.
Website, www.lavadogfireandpolicesupply.com. It's kind of a lengthy one. We're very active on Instagram, Lava Dog Gun Vault, and Facebook. And then give us a call, 209-697-5282. So
please let us know if there's, an event that you need to get some publicity for. We'd be happy to reach out to our tens of listeners for you and let them know what's going on.
well, heck, we talked about Victory Village. We have our second annual Sunset Dinner on May 18th.
Wow.
It's a family event. We have a comedian. Last year is a clean comedian. We have that's coming, a new one coming this year, but last year's was hilarious. And it was a lot of fun. And we'll be throwing some gun raffle stuff out there. But it's to honor the vets and the families that support them.
Fantastic. Cameron, great to get to know you, man. Thank you very much. And thank you for all of your service.
Gentlemen, thank you. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame. That's phenomenal. So
the check cleared, I guess. So
hey,
we keep waiting for a call saying there's some kind of mistake, but
however you got to do it, right?
Right.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Cameron.